Hey everyone, this is Alex, and today we're going to do something different. You see that the setting is different. I'm going to talk about that later. We're going to try to do a little video with this. It's a local company doing this out of his garage. I'm going to try to do a video. Let me put my notes here. I'm going to do a PopCorn publicity, 10 seconds, something like that, like Daniel Schiffer. So he's a YouTuber. I'll put the link below of the video I'm talking about. And the funny thing is that he was actually inspired by someone else, Austin Paul, who actually did a PopCorn video. And that video is crazy, and I'll put that video on the link below. So he has, for example, one place where you think you are in a drying machine with the popcorn. It's crazy. And he shows the behind the scene, which is pretty crazy how he did that. But some of the comments were like, hey, nice $30,000 gears and everything. So I'm going to do that on a budget, but I'm still going to try to push the boundaries of my comfort zone myself. Kind of a little of a challenge for myself, and why not? If you want to do the same thing, look at both videos and this one, and you'll see it. So let's show what the video is going to look like in 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, hopefully that was good because I didn't do anything right now. First thing first, I'm gonna need a listing of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to think about it. The first thing I wanna do is actually to change that. Nice color, right? That is because I actually want it to fit with the color of the popcorn, so that's why I chose this color. All right, so let's go with the bucket list. Obviously, I want a final shot, right? Final shot. I have 3 of those, so I could do a little pyramid. Yeah, that could work. Final shot pyramid. I'm gonna do that first, actually, even if it's last in the video. I definitely want a shot where you see all the popcorn falling down in a bowl. Popcorn falling down. That's gonna be awesome and fun. So I do want one shot where someone will open this. It's gonna be me. I kind of want a scene where the popcorn is just rolling down the table. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. We'll figure it out, right? Throw some popcorn right with the table. So the popcorn will kind of bounce, something like that. I kind of want that, so. And maybe this falling down on the table, that would be nice. And we have the ball, which is a reasonable ball. At first I wanted to use a huge ball, which is too long to fill up because I want the popcorn to bounce a little bit. They won't bounce that much, maybe just like that, right? But if it can bounce a little bit more, that would be awesome. All right, guys, so this is the section I'm gonna talk about the video, how I made it in details, and we're gonna put some pieces of behind the scene here or here or here, I don't know. And I'm gonna put everything in the details. For example, what lens I use. There's only the camera. You already know which one I'm using. I'm gonna watch the video here and I'll put all the pieces together at the same time. And after that, we're gonna talk about the time and maybe the budget, because that took a long time, but this is my first video of that type. So we're gonna talk about the budget, how this could cost you. I'm gonna put some time and how this could cost you, but obviously you can charge whatever you want by the hour or by the day or whatever your cost is. So let's start it up. So this first thing is actually 3 pictures. I took pictures of the product, different side and everything, and I just added a zoom effect in the middle and added a little bit of sound effects with the It's fun. And the sound effect, I found it, I think, on freesound.org. People are experimenting a lot on this website, which is pretty cool. And let's continue. Okay, that's a short scene. I just picked up the LED and that's it. And I kept the sound actually because I really liked it. The kind of, and I wanted to have this as a transition between the other 2 scene, if you will. Just to show that we are opening the box, the plastic box, which is here, By the way, that's gonna go very fast. It's so good, hard to resist. The next thing is like a drop, which I wanted to do and to experiment. So this is the first time I experiment with 120 frames per second. Mix in a video, which is, I think this one is 24. So, and this one is 24 too. So I still have to experiment a little bit more. When I'm using that camera at 120 frames per second, the resolution is actually a little bit lower. So we need to kind of compensate, and I need to do a little bit more math and test to have a way better result. Although the results are not too bad. That scene was so fun to pick up after. All the popcorn was everywhere. And the fact that it actually fit with the music, that's actually very nice. Now the music was actually picked up on YouTube Library, which is free to use. Same thing as freesound.org. So you can go to the YouTube library and use those for your videos. And sometimes you have to give credit, sometimes it is included in the YouTube license or something like that. And the fact that the music fits with a drop, that's pretty much luck. So this next scene is actually popcorn that I rolled, like, I don't know how much time, probably about 40 times. That would not be an overstatement. And I took kind of the best of and kind of made a mashup with it. And I used an effect, or two effects, or three effects. No, I used one effect from, what's his name? Oh, it's Alex, like me. So I use effects from Alex. He used DaVinci a lot, and he explained tutorials on it. So I used one of his packs that was free at a time. Simply pouring popcorn. I think I would have a better result with a macro lens. So I would probably have to experiment a little bit more on this. But the effect globally is nice, and that's what I wanted, right? So this last thing is actually, I'm going to explain it in this little clip here. So I'm thinking maybe instead of doing the final pyramid shot, I'm going to do this shot with a zoom in. I'm going to have to practice a little bit. Not too bad. Oh, I'm bumping into the table, no problem. I'm going to try that while zooming out. Oops, zooming out. Oh, I'm doing the Hitchcock effect. This is interesting. So let's look like that. I know, they did find this a few years ago. So I'm doing the ramp up effect or zoom effect or Hitchcock effect, you call it whatever you want. And that was pretty much the video. So this is a 13-14 second video, and that took me about 15 hours in total. So this is conception, finding the music, finding the sounds, filming everything, capturing everything, testing a lot of things, popcorn test, to see if the product is actually good. Good. And obviously after that, making the cut, choosing which part of the videos to choose, because all of those scenes were pretty much filmed a lot of times each to get the perfect cut, the perfect roll, the perfect drop. There's only one scene that I actually did once, and that is the drop of the pot. That's the only one that I made in one shot. But the sound from that is actually a drop from an empty one. I don't know if you can hear it correctly, but that was actually the sound from another video that I did because I felt like there was a sound missing or a special effect missing there. So 15 hours, and I think that's about 3 days about. So for the conception and everything. So how about costs? What did it cost me? Well, I had to buy these, okay, but these are pretty cheap compared to the whole production. And after that I made the video in DaVinci Resolve, the free version. I already had the camera and the lens, so I use only one lens on that entire shoot. I have those lights that I use in the shoot, especially for the 120 frames per second, because the faster you go, the more light you need. And I'm gonna do a review eventually on these, but I think they were about, I would have to check. So I'm gonna put the price here. More work for you, Alex, the editor. So if you want a review of those LED panel, just subscribe and I'll talk about it in a future video. You obviously need a computer, but this is my old computer from 2013, which is pretty nice. It was a bomb at that time, and today, well, it's fine. I use the same mic that I have for actually making the sound, registering the sounds that I needed. So you can watch the review here, somewhere here. And that's a video I already did. So that's $200 if I remember correctly, US. Oh, and I had to buy the backdrop because I wanted a color that was nice for the backdrop. Of course, I could use a backdrop that I already own, a white one or a black one, but I really wanted something that fit more with the color, and white or black wouldn't fit as much. So that was about $100 Canadian, which is $1 in US. Just kidding. I'm gonna put a real price here. So that's pretty much it, I think. And if there's something I didn't cover, leave a comment below. And if you're subscribed, in the next videos, we're gonna have reviews of those lights. We're gonna have also a cam link set up to see how this can work with a laptop and a camera, or should I say a professional camera. So we already did a video with the Canon and the USB connector. You can watch it here. A lot of people found that video very useful. So if you want to use a Canon video camera, so really professional, or it can be a cheap Canon one, but it's gonna be better than the camera on your laptop, right? Way better. So if you like this video, hit a like button and subscribe for all those videos that I'm going to do next. Not tomorrow, but eventually. Stay safe, people, and I hope that you learned something. Wait, there's something else I want to talk about, and hopefully I have enough time in this video to talk about it. It is that I'm mainly a photographer, but so I'm pushing myself and I'm forming myself, teaching myself a little bit about videography, and I think it's important to always push yourself to learn new things. This video is made for that, learning new things, pushing the envelope, and it's not about only photography and videography, right? You can learn things in marketing, how to do your website, how to make videos, the business side of photography. So that's everything I want to do in future videos. So for now, that's it. And there's gonna be some bloopers. How do you write that in English? Is it pyramid? Pyramid, yes. That was not cute. Give me a cute one. Stay there.